at least my wife will see this and know that I too can price things well in the market. They have duped you, they have scammed you. Your mental well-being is very paramount. In fact, it's as important as your physical well-being.
Oh, really?
That's why the World Health Organization defines health as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of diseases or infirmity. When one is down emotionally or mentally, a major part of your health is down. There's a lot going on in the world these days that's capable of weighing one down, but I've come with a pill that can help deal with at least one of these things. And that pill is from Plantain.
Really?
Surprise, surprise. To avoid coming down with malaria, what do? You avoid being bitten by mosquito, is that right? At all costs.
Yes.
Isn't that what you do? Similarly, to avoid coming down with infections like food poisoning, you deliberately stay away from things that can contaminate your food.
Absolutely.
Don't you? So for your mental health, it shouldn't be any different or less. In order to stay healthy upstairs, you should keep a distance from whatever gives you a negative emotions. And that I think you should do very consciously. For instance, if passing through a particular route leaves you in a low mood, then take alternative routes. If staying around certain people gives you a negative vibe, then avoid them. Yes, avoid them. It's that simple. Guys, you know I don't just make videos just for the fun of it. I make videos based on prevalent issues that I discover have a negative effect on people's health based on my interactions with patients. Place a premium on your emotional and mental well-being, the same way you do for your physical or spiritual well-being. Now, hear this. Left alone, you're a happy man.
How?
Free of depression and very grateful for life. What a paradox, I know, right? A paradox because we usually don't encourage it when one feels like keeping to oneself all the time. This is actually one of the symptoms of depression. So what exactly do I mean when I then said, left alone, you're a happy man, depression-free somebody who is grateful for life? Okay? So on this blessed day, I went to a particular market close to my workplace. It was on a market day. I saw bunches of plantain displayed for sales. They felt so big and cheap for the price tag. So I decided to buy, I bought a very big bunch, I think for about 3,000 naira. And I was so happy. Yes! I was excited about the purchase. Around that period, about 5 plantains used to be tied together and sold for 1,000 naira. So, but here was a stem that had about 30 fruits in their tears. You will agree with me that that was a good buy, a very good buy. I first agreed within myself that yes, finally, I have something that can make boast of that I bought very cheaply, at least for once in my life. So I took those plantains to work. I could not just wait to close from work so I can go home and show my wife. I thought within myself that at least my wife will see this and know that I too can price things well in the market. You know that feeling, right? That I will at least hear something opposite of the usual. They have duped you, they have scammed you. Some husbands can relate. I already imagine how the discussion would go at home, She was going to say,
wow, these plantains are so nice. The bunches are big and mature.
While I blush and feel so good. Then I was going to say, guess how much this plantain is worth. If she says how much, I was going to insist, you guess how much. She then say something like
5,000 naira.
I'll now first say, well, the seller insisted on 4,000 naira. So she would say,
not bad, nice deal.
And I'll now say, with some pride, but I eventually bought it for 3K. I'll now hear,
wow, you don't mean it.
blah, 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 I already imagine all of that. In all fairness, that plantain was actually very cheap for that amount as at that time. Some persons who saw it at my workplace already attested to the fact that it was a very cheap deal. So I continued in that happy mode, elated, feeling great within myself. That feeling that I've done something great, something super, like I'm a superstar. My day was going on very well. Morale was very high, up here. That mood continued till midday, up until a co-worker of mine also went to the same market and bought plantain from the same vendor. By the time she brought her home, you will not believe what I saw. What she got was almost like double of what I got.
Oh, really?
For the same price. Unbelievable.
Oh my God.
I thought I had the best deal. all of a sudden, like instantly, something happened to me. My mood changed. The former mood of being happy, being grateful, feeling on top of the world suddenly deep down. Then immediately that was replaced by the feeling of being unhappy, feeling very frustrated, that feeling of I have been scammed. And then that negative emotions continued for the rest of the day. It was almost ruining my day. Somebody would have thought that something really terrible must have happened to me. The way I was no longer myself. They wouldn't know that it was just ordinary plantain. Oh. So at some point, I had to call myself to order. Come on, nobody died. It's just plantain. Plantain, come on. Now, here's the thing. One moment, I was excited and grateful for life. The next moment, I got into the complete opposite feeling. What changed? Do you know that if I never came in contact with that my coworker and didn't get to compare her buyings with mine, I would have been so fine, I would have been grateful still, I would have been in my best mood all day. Do you know that? In other words, my deal would still have been a good deal, worthy of being happy about, up until another person's deal came into the picture.
Wow.
That's how many of our lives are. Many of our frustrations, many of the reasons we are depressed come when we compare ourselves to another. When you measure your progress in view of others. Many of us, if we consider our lives in isolation, without any other in view, would have been so pleased with our lives, would have been so pleased with the progress we are making. If you do an evaluation of your life in isolation, without others in view, you would have been more grateful, you would have been very grateful about your life, and would have been proud about the progress you have made so far. But the fact that you get to look out first before zooming inwards is a big problem. And that's why many times, by the time you now zoom inwards to look at your situation, your life, nothing looks good anymore. You become frustrated, angry, and not pleased with your life. If you want to stay happy, you don't want to be depressed, when it comes to evaluating your progress, leave others out of the equation. Let your competition be with your better self. When we do that, we stay happier and healthier. So I guess you now understand better the paradox I started with, that left alone, you're a happy man. Depression-free somebody who is grateful for life. By being left alone, you now realize that I was talking in terms of the evaluation and appraisal of yourself. It has nothing to do with you not relating with the others. Right, kindly like and share this video. And you help me reach out to more people. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are yet to do so. Follow me on all social media platforms at Dr. Health Geek. Till I see you again in my next video, remember, your health comes first.